it actually reminds me of Sisko, because Sisko is like being heralded as the prophet. And he's like, no, I'm not the prophet. No, you got it wrong. I'm not the emissary. I'm not the guy you're looking for. And he's thrust into that position where he is the symbol for the faith, or the symbol for the courage that they need to go forward. And I think that's kind of a microcosm of how we see Sisko. Sisko is this reluctant prophet, a reluctant emissary, at least in the beginning now so far. And I feel like, sometimes in these positions where people are, there's an episode of The Wire, and which is a police drama show about drug dealers and police trying to catch them.
There's also an episode called The Wire in the second season of Deep Space Nine, I believe.
Oh, really?
It's one of the best ones, if I remember correctly. It's got to do with the Kardashian stuff. I'll have to remember. But yeah, no, The Wire TV show is very highly heralded.
Yeah, and there's a scene in The Wire where one of the characters gets written up in a newspaper article, and then the newspaper article was talking about this particular character, and he wrote nothing but great things about him. He did this, he helped these people, he did all these things. And when he read the article about himself, he burst out into tears. And the people were saying, what's wrong with that portrayal of you? It's all good things, you did this, you did that. And one of the things he said was, well, it doesn't say the bad things I've done. And it only mentions the good things that I've done, and I've also done bad things too. I've been less than great in many moments in my life, and it is humbling, and yet also it's not true to only look at the good things of somebody or to only look at the bad things. We take into account the full measure of a person. You have to kind of weigh all of the things. And so that's what I'm reminded of as well.
So I just checked, and season 2, episode 22 is called The Wire. And the reason I remembered that one, I'm sure a lot of people also remember that one, is because it was almost like Garrick's coming out party. Until then, they hardly used Garrick at all. And he became like this really, really cool, cult icon character because he has some kind of issue and Bashir is trying to save him. I think he's dying. I don't remember the exact details, but this was the one where Garrick famously is having this conversation, and he's constantly like lying and changing his story about this really happened, and then it was this, and then there was that. And Bashir says to him, he says, how much of that was true? After once he saves his life and it's all over, how much of all that was true? And Garrick says, all of it. And Bashir says, even the lies? And Garrick says, especially the lies. And it really gets us to sink our teeth into Garrick and the Kardashians. And for me, way back in the day, I think that was the first episode that got me to go, ooh, it's a good show, and that's a cool character. And then Garrick became my favorite character from there. And